lot of people will be like, me, girl, I want to go. Summer, we going. And then when it get around that time, you just looking like... Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is LaTaija. If you don't know me, I go by LaTaija H on YouTube. Do me a favor if you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe and like. As you can see today, I have this beautiful bag, handmade, probably handmade most likely. This is from Mexico because today I'm gonna be talking to you about how I went to Cancun as a broke college student. So, you're a broke college student. You might not have the money to even pay for meals. You're eating ramen all the time. You don't have the money to go out. You're basically on a budget with no budget. That doesn't mean you can't travel. I know sometimes you might see people who aren't in college but have a successful job and they're traveling the world, going to Dubai, going to London, Paris, or whatever. But you can travel too, especially to Mexico. And if I did it, y'all can do it with no stable job. The first thing I did to plan for this trip is to plan ahead. You have to plan ahead. Don't try to do this in a month or maybe 2 months. What is likely to happen is you're gonna not have enough time to have the spending money or have the money to pay for the plane ticket or anything at all. It's gonna be a lot of pressure to have your money ready if your trip is within the next month or two, and some people that you might be going with might not be ready to go on the trip yet, and it's just not enough time for preparation for your trip. You don't have enough time to learn about where you're going, plan what you're doing, and have the money ready. So don't try to do it in a month. Plan 4 or 5 months to a year ahead. That would give you plenty of time to be ready to go. So as a broke college student, you can't just go in a month, and you gotta prepare. You gotta plan ahead. I once tried to plan a trip in a few months to Paris. It ended up not working out because I didn't have the money once the plane ticket cost went up. I paid for a plane ticket to New York from where I live in Nashville. I ended up losing $80 because it was a non-refundable ticket. Really, we tried to plan a trip the next month. That's not enough time. So plan ahead. That'll help you save money. That'll help you keep from losing money. And you can definitely go to Cancun. The next thing I did was to save. You have to save. This is pretty self-explanatory. You have to save in order to be able to go on a trip as a broke college student. I saved since December, and I went on my trip in March. That might not seem like a lot of time. Probably try to plan 6 months to a year in advance. If you have an unstable job that's not something you go to every day, maybe you babysit or something like that, try to put away $150 a month. If you have a job that's regularly paying you, put away $150 a month. And if you do that for a year, that's already $1,800, which is more than enough to go to Cancun if you do it my way. I think I had less than that actually, so $150 a month, just depending on how much time you want to allow yourself to plan before going on that trip. You'll definitely have the money saved up. The third thing that I did to go on this trip as a broke college student was I took advantage of the breaks that I had. With those longer breaks like winter and summer, you want to take advantage of those and be working, trying to earn money any way you can. Take advantage of seasonal jobs. One thing for me, in December, I worked 2 seasonal jobs, and I was there almost every day because I had so much time because we were on break. A lot of times jobs will offer seasonal jobs in the summer or in the winter because that's when there's a high demand, of course. That's around Christmas time, so in like November and December, people are shopping for Christmas gifts. They go to Christmas events and stuff like that, so try to get one of those. I worked a seasonal job at an ice skating place. I also worked at a place with like ice sculptures. They didn't pay a lot, but I was still able to save to go to Cancun. So definitely take advantage of those seasonal jobs. I think my job paid maybe $11 to $12 an hour, which to some people that might be good money, to some people that might not be a lot, but I was still able to save and go to Mexico with those seasonal jobs. If you don't want to work a seasonal job, just find some type of way to be working and earning money with those breaks you have. You don't want to just chill and lay around. You want to go on a trip, right? So you gotta save, you gotta take advantage of these breaks and work. Fourth thing I did, this is so important. Buy your plane ticket ahead. Don't try to buy your plane ticket 2 weeks before, really even a month before. Go ahead and buy that plane ticket. If you are committed to go already, go ahead and buy that plane ticket, which is what I did. I started saving in November or December, I can't really remember, but I bought my plane ticket in January, and that was just because the people that were going with me wasn't really ready to buy it yet. But I probably would have went ahead and bought it in December, to be honest. You have to buy your plane ticket ahead because they will up the price. The closer you get to that date that you want to go, they will up the price, especially if you're going somewhere that's really popular during a certain time. You're trying to go to Cancun. Spring break is a big thing in Cancun, so if you try to go during spring break and you don't buy your ticket to the first week of March, it's probably gonna run you a lot of money. You want to pay for your ticket ahead. Like I said before, with my Paris trip that I tried to plan, we tried to buy the ticket too close to the date that we were supposed to go, and this is when they love to up the charge and charge you as much as they can because they know you want to go right away. So plan ahead and go ahead and buy your ticket when you're ready. If you're ready to go, you're ready to go. Buy your ticket at the least 2 months in advance. The fifth thing I did was to go with a group. Well, I was supposed to go with a group, but that was another story. If you're trying to go to Cancun, Mexico, or anywhere that's a popular tourist place, go with a group. You don't want to pay for your place to stay alone. It's going to end up costing you a lot more, and the more people you bring, the less it will cost. You could stay at a nicer place if you bring a lot of people. I only had 3 people going with me initially, and the place we stayed at ended up not costing that much anyway, but I kind of wish that I had went with the larger group of people so I could have paid less for the place to stay. Make sure this group you are going with are people that you can trust and people who are committed, because some people are not going to be able to commit. People might bail out last minute. Make sure you go with a group of people you trust, you know they're down to go. People who travel a lot and they have that same passion for traveling as you, these are the type of people you want to go with on your trip to Cancun or wherever you want to go. To pay on time and to have their stuff together, really. Because a lot of times people will be like, oh, you'll say something like, oh, who's trying to go to Jamaica? Who's trying to go to London? And a lot of people will be like, me, girl, I want to go. Let's go, I'm down. Summer, we going. And then when it get around that time, you just looking like, I thought y'all said y'all was going. Nah, I didn't get paid enough. Nah, I haven't got my paycheck yet. I don't think I want to go anymore. There's stuff going on down there. I don't think I want to go anymore. My mom said I can't go. Make sure it's people that can really commit to going to Mexico with you. Take a Spanish speaker. I went with a Spanish speaker. We had a wonderful time. Okay, y'all, I have one last tip. Some of y'all are gonna fight me on this. I might get some backlash for this because some people swear by this, that you have to do this. The thing I did as a broke college student, don't stay at a resort. Do not stay at a resort unless you find it for the low on Groupon or something. If you find it for the low, stay at the resort. But I'm gonna tell you why to not stay at the resort. First of all, resorts cost a lot of money. When I was searching for places to stay, I saw resorts that were like from $600 to $1,000 a night, but they would be these beautiful resorts and they say all inclusive, so they have drinks and food that comes with the place to stay. But it's not worth it, to be honest, because you can get a cheaper place. You do not have to stay at a resort. Your money is worth a lot more, so drinks and food will not cost you that much. Not the cost of staying at a whole resort. And another thing about the resorts is that the resorts are kind of far from the main strip where all the clubs and stuff are at. You're gonna have to pay for transportation to get over to the strip. You can look for resorts and it'll say hotel zone, but the hotel zone is a large section. You want to stay at Punta Cancun, which is like one specific area where all the clubs and everything are. That might be an issue if you want to relax, but if you're trying to party and you want to be right where the party is, you want to stay at Punta Cancun. The resorts are going to be far from that. You're going to have to pay for taxi or whatever. You don't need the free foods and drinks because you want to try authentic food, and you're not gonna find that in the resorts. You're gonna find that on the streets of people selling them, and they don't cost that much. We ate out every single day, and it did not cost us that much. We didn't have to have transportation because we stayed at a hotel that was right by the strip, so everything was walking distance. Now, staying at a resort, you're gonna have to take a taxi over there when we could just walk out our hotel and go right over there to the party. Most expensive is clubs. Clubs are gonna run you like $30 to $60 to get in the club. That's a lot. In my opinion, the clubs do include drinks, and those are the most expensive things. Coco Bongo. I can't remember the name of the club right now, which is crazy because we went to that club like every night, but it's the one with the cow that plays like hip hop music and stuff like that. If you're the type of person where you want to stay at your resort and just relax, this is not the tip for you. But if you're a college student and you're going during spring break, you probably want to party and stuff like that, so don't stay at a resort. You're barely gonna be there. You're gonna be out at the strip. Stay within walking distance. Airbnb lets you go to a specific area, so make sure you're going to the point. I'll probably insert that somewhere in the video. I know we met some people there and we went to their resorts. We had to travel pretty far on the bus to get to their resorts. So that's money they're paying every time they wanna go to the club and go back and go to sleep. So hope you guys got some tips that you can use to go to Cancun as a broke college student. If I can do it, you can do it. You don't have to just do this to go to Cancun. You can go wherever you want to go. That's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.